So okay, I kept the favorite guy for the final discussion. Everybody has to say something about him. So yeah, kudos to Paul Pierce, man. I mean, I knew that he belonged to Hall of Fame. By the way, हम जितने भी लोगों को बात कर रहे हैं, we are not saying that they don't deserve to be Hall of Fame. They definitely all of them deserves, and kudos to them. We just want to discuss about the highs and lows of their life. So when it comes to Paul Pierce, I don't know how much highs will come, but hey, let's have a crack at it. So yeah, anybody can go. मैं नहीं जाना चाहता, नहीं तो मैं roast कर दूंगा.
Так дайте пацанам посчитать потери. Суммы нули погибают на сцене. Снова один прогуляюсь без тени. Заливаю лик, поцелуй на шее.
I'm taking the higher road. Yeah, you guys go ahead, man. Anybody?
I think at some point Mahi also has to say something. He can't be so safe.
Yeah. You are not there here, dude, in the last episode. The amount of things I said, I'm like, should I edit it or keep it, man? मैं हार्डन को हलवाई वलवाई बोल दिया, उसको ice in my brain बोल दिया, पता नहीं. I need to jot down a little bit. So anyways, who can go? Okay, Aman, you can go. Dude.
Yeah. So, like when I first time ever played basketball.
And by the way, we saw Paul Pierce playing. We saw Paul Pierce playing.
Yeah. I have seen the end of his career.
Yeah.
So when I first played basketball, I came back home, I typed basketball on YouTube. I saw Kobe Bryant, and the biggest competitor he had was Paul Pierce. When this is the first time, this is the first 20 minutes of my basketball viewing. So back then, I actually thought something out of him. But eventually, when I got to know his game, yeah, like I mean, see, he is an NBA legend and he is a great player and all that. All those things are true. But to compare him or to put him in a league of say Kobe Bryant or even Dwayne Wade, or I wouldn't even put him as high as Chris Paul. Like the what do I say? He has oftentimes he has misjudged the situation where he has trusted his skill more than, like, he has misjudged his skill to be more than what it actually is. And icing on the cake is when he went out to shit and he took a wheelchair to do that and just came back, and like you have those clown stories with Paul Pierce. So I'm not too fond of that player. I don't know about him as a person. There's some funny things happening in his post NBA career. Analyst life, yeah. So yeah, there are definitely some shenanigans. I think he's going to keep making the headlines quite often because he's that kind of
FYI, he has on record told that he had better career than Dwayne Wade. He's a better wing guy than Klay Thompson.
Yeah, he mentioned he's a better shooter than Klay Thompson. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. He's a better wing shooter than Klay Thompson. So that statement is kind of what puts my perspective of Paul Pierce. Like he himself saying it makes it even easier for me to explain it to people. So yeah, that's what I want to say.
Okay, Saad bhaiya. Okay, I forgot to tell one more guy that we have to discuss. Chris Bosh. उसके बारे में हमने बात नहीं किया.
Okay.
After this we'll talk. Yeah.
Okay. Paul Pierce. Okay. Probably probably I watched my first game in probably 2002, but actually following basketball, that was I think 2006-07, around that time. That's NBA I'm talking about. So I think those were one of the first matchups that I saw the 2007-2008 Celtics coming up versus Kobe Bryant. And obviously even I knew Kobe way before I started watching NBA because he was that famous. His shoes was famous to everything. So it was and Paul Pierce was the guy who used to play somewhat similar to Kobe. But then when over the years you start watching so Paul Pierce was that kind of player. He had like a lot of game. Okay, especially his offensive skill. Even defensively he was decent. I think he still to this day sometimes he thinks that he was the best player on the team, but he wasn't. Okay, and by far he wasn't. I think KG was the best player on the team. The best player. And yeah, KG was the best player.
But the thing is, he was a little bit off his prime when he became weak.
Yeah. He still was the best player. I think Paul Pierce thinks that because probably Paul Pierce was doing most of the scoring in those days. And he was probably defending LeBron or Kobe. Not that he was able to stop them, but then he was doing. And then his step back was I don't want to say famous or infamous, but then
He told
it was there.
on record he has said that
It was effective.
he made the step
Yeah.
back famous. Apparently,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
And there was
remember.
one more.
I don't remember
The-
any
the-
guy. Okay, I don't remember in my premises that when it comes to step back, वो उसमें आता भी है. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
so there were many players like who used to play like in a similar style, like how he plays in the mid range and all. So, but all of these players usually had very good verticals compared to Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce had like half an inch vertical. He was famously known for it. he was unathletic. He was just I don't know how he used to pull off those moves. I still see those highlights, and I still to this day I think that how did he pull this off? Some Zach Randolph shit he used to do. Like Zach Randolph just comparing him because even that guy couldn't jump.
okay, James, you can go.
Good.
I love Zebo, man. Come on, I love me some Zebo. You know,
Yeah,
you guys know how I love the fat boy.
Yeah,
You know how I
Yeah,
love fat boy.
I remember.
People-
I remember.
people in school used to call me Zebo. That's how I know Zebo.
By the
Yeah,
way,
because I
Zico
couldn't
went
jump.
to jail, if I'm not wrong. At one point of his time, he went
Oh,
to
shit.
jail.
Yeah, he messed up, man.
Yeah, he messed up. So yeah, anyways,
Yeah,
James.
and you remember Azebo? Don't tell me you forgot our Zebo, man.
Yeah, I remember him. I remember. I forgot his name, but I remember
Rajat,
that.
I also don't
He used to
remember his
rebound.
He was
He
Rajat.
used to rebound. Yeah.
I remember Rajat.
Lefty guy, right? Lefty
Yeah, he
guy.
was left.
Shout out to you, Rajat,
And I
man,
look
if
at
you're
him,
watching
Man,
this.
the
man.
guy
No
not only
hate, all
plays
love.
like Zebo, he looked like Zebo.
Look like Zebo. Yeah, dude. He looked
The
like
only
a
thing he
Indian
was
version
missing
of
is that
Zebo.
hairband, dude. That's what. That headband he was missing. Anyways, yeah,
So-
your thoughts on Paul Pierce, man.
Yeah, man. See, Paul Pierce was not a significant basketball player when you look at the whole culture of the NBA and basketball
Wow.
as it is.
That was.
He was
some-
not significant. Yeah, I can say that. Yeah, he was not significant because
Boy.
see, just once there are hundreds of people who have won one championship and who have 7-8 appearances in
All-star.
okay
All-Star game.
the all-star. All right, you take it from the last 75 years. There are okay. So
Headline.
I mean he's not a significant guy in the way that I mean it is, you know, a person who changed the game in some way, who influenced the game in a good way. Okay, not in a bad way, but in a good way. There is almost nobody that influenced the game in a bad way. Maybe Ron Artest, Meta World Peace. All right, there are guys.
I
there are
respect
guys.
the dude.
I call him
I
Ron
respect the
Artist,
dude.
dude. Your
Respect
mama
him,
named
we
you Ron
respect him
Artist. I'm
as
gonna
well.
call you Ron Artist, man.
Yeah. Meta World Peace, call him what you want. But there are people who have influenced, who have made a significant change. All right, the game has changed. You see, Steph Curry, shooting has changed forever. Lauren Jackson, WNBA, Lauren Jackson from Australia. Okay, she was also one of the inductees a couple of days back, and she changed the game. She was center shooting threes before NBA centers were shooting threes. All right.
Okay.
So, I mean, there are people who change the game, all sorts of ways. But Paul Pierce, to me, has not made such a change. You see AI, Allen Iverson, who has never won a championship, but he
He was
changed.
a
He
cultural
changed.
phenomena, dude. He was a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, but seeing their stories, it's so inspirational. Every one of these guys, Ben Wallace, he had like 11 siblings or something, man. Ben Wallace. And he had more than a couple of parents. I mean, he had more parents. Okay, for some whatever reason, we respect that. And just the fact that he got to play the game and he gets to thank basketball. He's thanking basketball in his speech, and it's wonderful to see how from all their tough lifestyles they came up. Okay, I don't see even that part in Paul Pierce's life where he can have that gratitude. I have not seen it. Maybe
You maybe don't know, but he got stabbed 11 times in one off season, and he came back and played the next entire season. Like that is one thing I respect about Paul Pierce. That is one entire thing in his career which I have mad respect for him for. So I think you might not know this, so I'm correcting you there.
okay, that's good.
He got
That's-
stabbed 11 times. Yeah.
That's
That's-
I
respect.
think
tough.
that's the story I heard before seeing him play. That's why I wanted to know what this guy was all about.
I will
Yeah,
tell you
that's
what the
tough.
guy is all about. Obviously it was off from the career. I'm talking about the Paul Pierce, the player mentality. I saw him in Washington Wizards. There was this, let's just say, it was a clutch shot. He did a fadeaway and he fell off. While falling off only, he shot the shot. It went bank shot. वो board पे लग के अंदर गया वो. And it was not the corner ones. It was like सीधा. So board is not supposed to be a part of the shot, by the way. If it goes around, it is called, there is a technical term for it. It is called fluke. Okay, so he made it. Then the reporter comes, okay, and he's like,
there's a term that we use, Gandhi.
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 This is a very street language. No disrespect to the legend, but yeah, okay, whatever.
I hope this picks up in US basketball. Like suddenly now
Oh.
everybody in US is calling somebody
Fluke
flukes
shots
on the
Gandhi.
court and they're shouting Gandhi.
Yeah, no accent, dude.
So if you guys don't know, it's at least the places we have played, it's Gandhi means fluke. Dude.
Fluke, yeah.
So yeah, giving some context. So anyways, so वो game को over होता है. The reporter rushed to him. They're like, people are calling it a fluke shot. What do you call? He's like, I call it game. I was like, okay. Like, I call it game. It's like, what is this guy? At least you acknowledge, right? Okay, chala gaya or whatever, by God's grace. Something you say, thanks for the man above who stays in 13th floor or something like that you say, dude. But he's like, no, this is me. I did this. I was like, tabhi mera pata chal gaya tha what kind of a player Paul Pierce is, and in his analyst life, so then it cemented for me. So anyways, so yeah, Chris Bosh पे आते हैं. This will be the Hall of Fame का finish. Everybody remembers the final shot, वो Miami वाला. Probably that is the
rebound in the pass.
greatest clutch shot of all time in all playoff. If arguably उसको compete कर रहा है ये Kawhi Leonard वाला, वो जो ऐसे ऐसे करके गिरता है.
That's Gandhi, bro.
Man, bro. So anyways, so these are the songs, but everybody remembers that Ray Allen shot, but very few people remember that the clutch rebound was taken by Chris Bosh. He took and if you see the video, it was split second. He saw the moment he got the ball in the air. By the time he was on the ground, the first thing he does is passes to Ray Allen, and Ray Allen was not even on the 3-point line. If you see, he's traveling back to 3-point, and at that time he passes the ball, and then whole things plays out. For me, that is a very memorable thing, if I may. But usko Hall of Fame mila hai because of his years in Toronto Raptors, right? So if you guys know, because मैं उनके बारे में उतना ज़्यादा जानता नहीं हूँ, if you guys can educate me a little bit, or the people are watching, that what kind of guy Chris Bosh was in Toronto Raptors before obviously he jumped into the bandwagon.
CB was a Raptor, like he maybe after
That doesn't sound good. Raptor. It reminds me of DeMar DeRozan, bro.
Really?
No, not Chris Bosh.
The dinosaur.
When you say Raptor, it reminds me baby dinosaur. Okay, carry on.
I was like, DeMar DeRozan, why? Because he's extinct. No. My bad. I'm just making.
Actually, it reminds me of Vince. Okay, Vince was actually all-time Toronto great. All right.
Okay.
So, of course, before he moved places, until Dallas and finally finished off. But it was, I think, Chris Bosh, who even still holds some records as, maybe field goal percentage or total points scored as a Toronto Raptor.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, rebounds, definitely rebounds. So now Chris Bosh, he was your, if you want to equate him to today's game, you take maybe Andre Drummond, man. Drummond is like, he's one of the best rebounders in the last few decades. You know that, but he's nowhere. I mean, he's hardly played some playoff games. Okay. The same thing in those days was Chris Bosh.
Okay.
Only thing was he was way more skilled than Drummond. Okay, offensively
Yeah.
speaking, he was very skilled. One of the skilled bigs who can shoot 15-footer or 17-footer. He was a good shooter overall. He could shoot the three. It was not famous
He
back
was a
then,
stretch
but
5, right? He was a proper stretch 5.
he was maybe
He
not
was a
playing center.
4.
He was 4 actually.
Okay.
Yeah, he
It
was a 4.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, stretch
So
4.
the stretch 4, yeah, you could say stretch 4. But even he admits that in one of his interviews. Is like, man, I didn't know that I could shoot. And one day he just shot 5 threes in a row in Miami. He was like, man, that was easy. I didn't have to do anything because he was such a low post kind of guy. Receive the ball in the post. Back you down. Do your move and do your thing. Fade away, bank shot, all those things. Take your free throws. So that was Chris Bosh's game. Was really neat, professional guy. To this day, such a well-spoken guy. So yeah, that's basically him. Very humble guy.
Okay. And okay, Aman.
So I will draw comparison with Kevin Garnett. Actually, like he was more like Kevin Garnett but left-handed, and you can say if you nerfed Kevin Garnett in all, basically not all aspects, but majorly trash talking. If you remove Kevin Garnett's trash talking aspect from his game, you get a Chris Bosh, is what I feel.
But
He was a little less effective defensively maybe than Kevin Garnett. But yeah, he had the entire bag of KG offensively. Maybe, yeah, defense and trash talk is what, if you add it to Chris Bosh's game, you get a Kevin Garnett. Like, that's how I draw my comparison.
Saad Bhaiya, if you want to say something.
Yeah, so I think Chris Bosh in his earlier days, I haven't seen a lot of his games, but I think since he came to Miami, I think one of the most fascinating things about him was his shot quality, especially for the size he was, and how he used to back down players and he used to complete his move. And then around the same time, I think Kevin Love was when he came to Miami. Kevin Love was a young dude coming up in Minnesota. So I usually thought that Kevin Love would because Kevin Love was yeah. So I think his career ended prematurely. I think he still had something, but then I think he got some issues with I think some blood clotting issues and all. I think his career was cut short. But I think like just before his career ended, he had one or two more good years. Obviously, when you've played some significant time with LeBron James, what you're remaining is just what Kevin Love is currently. So you
सब बन बैठे यहाँ भगवान क्योंकि बनना नहीं है किसी को इंसान कूद के करते खुद के गुणगान फैंस इनके सारे बंद कर लो का